tonight's Paris summit of Western leaders, including Mrs Thatcher, on the recent events in Eastern Europe. 11:30 here on BBC One.
This Tuesday, the BBC brings you another landmark in television history with the first live coverage of the House of Commons. The day begins on BBC One with the state opening of Parliament by the Queen, the procession that comes here from Buckingham Palace and all the glittering ceremonial in the House of Lords. And then in the afternoon on BBC Two, our cameras for the first time cover a live debate from the House of Commons, the debate on the Queen's speech, in which the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition will argue out the policies the government's putting forward. I'll be there with Brian Curtoys inside the chamber and with Christopher Jones to explain the House of Commons procedures. And at 8:10 on BBC Two, Commons on Camera. I'll be talking to MPs and to a live studio audience about the impact this first day has made, and about whether it's a true reflection of the way the House of Commons works, or whether it's going to turn it into a television circus. So for the most comprehensive coverage of our democracy at work, join BBC Television this Tuesday.
Good evening to you. Most parts of the country dry this evening and probably set to stay that way through much of the coming night as well. Just a couple of exceptions, notably a little bit of patchy rain still around in central and northern parts of Scotland, but that's tending to die out and travel its way northwards too. Quite a lot of cloud down to the southwest. There is a threat of showers during the night. Many of the areas will stay dry, but there'll be an increase of cloud, starting off clear in the east, but I think even there we'll see some cloud developing. It'll be rather low and grey, misty, and form some patches of fog, probably over the higher ground, particularly in parts of Yorkshire already and Humberside up over the hills there. Tonight the temperatures, well, not too important because it's not going to be too cold. 4 to 6 in the north, around a 7 or 8 in the east, but generally a mild night in this southwest corner, close to 9 or 10 degrees Celsius, close to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, down to the southwest, we've got this huge area of low pressure swirling around, and that's going to have the effect of just sliding these weather fronts past the southwest corner of the country during tomorrow. So it's parts of Cornwall in particular that are at risk from some rain, and at the same time we'll see some rain becoming more persistent and just nudging its way down from the north in towards the Shetland Islands. Sandwiched in between the two, well, a good deal of cloud to start off the day, and maybe the odd little bit of rain running north, but as today, I think they'll tend to die out as we go through the afternoon. We'll see some brighter weather coming too, particularly in eastern parts of England and on the sheltered side of western Scotland. Quite a breezy all day, windy, perhaps even the odd gale down in the southwest, but generally not too cold.
If I were on my way to spend my life with somebody I'd only met 3 times, I might really be frightened.
Why do you suppose people always want to cry at weddings?
I've never been at my best in the morning. It's nothing to do with you. It's just a matter of temperament. So I thought it might be better if in the future Yao Tzu were to bring you breakfast on a tray in your room.
Just as you like. Are you married? No. I'm like you. I'm an outcast.
There are still many things in this country you've not understood. Sometimes, hard decisions you may never understand or forgive.
The Ginger Tree, a major new drama for Sunday evenings on BBC One.
The highlights in Match of the Day at 10:30 this evening will come from the first round games between Blackpool and Bolton, Kettering and Northampton. Desmond Lynham sets us off on the road to Wembley in an hour and 15 minutes. And now, as they say, for something completely different. Monty Python's Flying Circus was first shown on BBC One in October 1969. Conceived, written and performed by Graham Chapman, John Cleese, Terry Gilliam, Eric Idle, Terry Jones and Michael Palin. In all, 4 series were made. Since then, the members of the team have gone their separate ways, and sadly, after tonight's programme was completed, Graham Chapman died. What follows is a celebration of 20 years of Monty Python. This is BBC One.